Okay, in my last video I talked about the photovoltaic solar panels and the demand for silver that they were going to create. Now there's another product, another metal, that is going to be in demand because of this very thing as well, and that is copper. Now, in order to take all this energy that's being created in these emerging markets, they're going to have to upgrade their power grid to handle the increased capacity of electricity. In the case of China, it has 1 billion people or more now that they're going to have to deliver all this energy to. And I just want to give you an idea of the scope of the energy that China's planning on generating over the coming decade. Just for renewable energy, they're set to hit a total of 500 gigawatts. Now that includes, this is by 2020, and that includes wind power, hydro. They even have 30 nuclear power plants coming online. So there's a huge amount of energy that they're going to have to be producing. They're going to have to deliver to these people. And they've already announced a pretty ambitious, the state of China announced a pretty ambitious upgrade to their power grid. So they're going to be using lots and lots of copper. And that, as well as their building boom that they have right now, they use a lot of copper there. They're trying to cool it down, but this state power grid is a mandated issue by the state. So that isn't something that's likely to stop production. So they're going to need all this copper. Now, India, same thing. They're planning on 20 gigawatts increase in just solar power by 2020. They're going to need copper to increase their electrical capacity and upgrade their grid. In America itself, the power grid in America, if you remember 8 years ago or so, there was brownouts and blackouts across the East Coast due to some big power grid failure from Ohio all the way to the East Coast. So a lot of these, including America, not just emerging markets, but a lot of these emerging markets are going to have to upgrade their power grid to handle the capacity of power that they're going to be generating and delivering it out to their people wherever the farthest stretches of wherever they may be. So the ETFs that are being launched, they're going to take copper out of the market. They have someone already purchased half the copper on the LME. So these things are just going to add to the price of copper, which today was trading around $4.05 a pound. This is only going to the price for copper is only going to go up, and the demand for copper is only going to go up. China already is responsible for 40% of the demand for copper, and with their big building projects and their power grid upgrade and the other factors around the world of emerging economies needing copper. Keep in mind that all this demand for copper is coming at a time when the supplies of copper are pretty tight. You have declining ore grades, and we're not having very many new discoveries of copper. So all these things, along with labor strikes and the rest, are having an effect on the supply of copper. And currently the London Metal Exchange said that its warehouses hold about 350,000 tons of copper, and that's down from 555,000 tons of copper in February. So there's been a decline in the stockpile of copper on the metal exchanges. All this just paints a bullish picture for copper, and if you're so inclined, get into some copper. The outlook is pretty good.